They say age brings wisdom, but what if it also brings silent threats, quietly building up inside your arteries day after day? You feel fine, no chest pain, no warning signs. Yet every 33 seconds, someone loses their life to cardiovascular disease in the US alone, and over half of them are over 60. The truth is many seniors only realize it's serious after a heart attack or stroke. But what if you could rewrite that story? In today's video, we're diving into powerful, science-backed strategies that can help you protect your heart starting right now. We'll uncover simple lifestyle shifts, explore warning signs you should never ignore, and show you how real people over 60 turned things around without extreme diets or impossible routines. So stay with us because by the end of this video, you won't just understand heart health, you'll know exactly how to defend it. Margaret is 72. She used to believe that heart disease was just a matter of bad luck or bad genes. But last year, after a scare that landed her in the ear, she learned something life-changing. Heart problems after 60 can often be prevented if you know what to look for and what to change. Today, Margaret walks 20 minutes every morning. She swapped processed snacks for fresh ones, tracks her blood pressure, and smiles more often. Her story isn't rare, it's just undertold. In this video, we'll take you through 6 key areas. 1. What aging really does to your heart and what risk factors matter most. 2. How to move your body in ways that truly protect your cardiovascular system. 3. What to eat and what to avoid if you want to keep arteries clear and pressure down. 4. How to control cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure at home without confusion. 5. Why stress, loneliness, and poor sleep silently attack your heart and how to fix it. 6. And finally, how to work with your doctor and caregivers to stay one step ahead. Whether you're over 60, caring for someone who is, or simply want to age well, this guide is for you. Aging is a gift, but it comes with changes we can't ignore, especially when it comes to our hearts. By the time we reach our 60s, the heart has already beaten over 2 billion times. Arteries that once flowed easily may now have narrowed. Blood pressure tends to rise. The body's metabolism slows, and inflammation, often silent, increases with age. These natural changes make older adults more vulnerable to cardiovascular disease. But not all risk factors are out of our control. There are 2 types: non-modifiable risks, like age, gender, and family history, and modifiable risks, the ones we can do something about. And these are more powerful than most people think. Take hypertension, for example. High blood pressure affects nearly 2/3 of adults over 60, according to the CDC. It often has no symptoms but quietly damages the arteries and increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, and kidney disease. Cholesterol is another hidden threat. As we age, LDL or bad cholesterol can increase while HDL, the good cholesterol, decreases. This imbalance leads to plaque buildup in arteries, restricting blood flow. And then there's diabetes, a growing concern in older adults. High blood sugar damages blood vessels over time, increasing the risk of cardiovascular complications significantly. Smoking, even in older age, remains a major contributor. But the good news? The benefits of quitting are immediate, no matter your age. Just 24 hours after stopping, blood pressure begins to improve. And let's not forget about physical inactivity. Poor diet, obesity, excessive alcohol use, and unmanaged stress, all of which play direct roles in heart health. But understanding your personal risk is the first, and perhaps most powerful, step. People like Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher, never felt unhealthy, but after a routine checkup revealed stage 2 hypertension and high cholesterol, he began tracking his numbers weekly, adjusted his diet, and started walking daily. 1 year later, his doctor was shocked in the best way. So if you're over 60, don't wait for symptoms, because by the time your heart speaks up, the damage may already be done. Your heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs movement to stay strong. But after 60, exercise isn't about pushing limits, it's about preserving independence, reducing risk, and improving quality of life. According to the National Institute on Aging, even light to moderate physical activity can significantly lower the risk of heart attack, stroke, and heart failure. Let's be clear, this isn't about running marathons. It's about walking your dog, dancing in your kitchen, stretching before breakfast, or joining a Tai Chi class at your local community center. Movement doesn't just strengthen the heart, it lowers blood pressure, improves cholesterol levels, reduces blood sugar, and helps manage weight. It also improves circulation, balance, and mood, crucial for preventing falls and depression. Take Walter, 74, who once feared exercise due to joint pain. His doctor recommended aquatic therapy. Now, 3 times a week, he attends a seniors pool class. He says the weightlessness makes him feel years younger. His blood pressure is down, and he sleeps better. Then there's Lucia, 69, who started resistance band workouts at home using a YouTube video. In 3 months, she noticed her stamina increasing, and even her cardiologist applauded the improvement in her heart rate. Physical activity should be safe, tailored, and enjoyable. The CDC recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week for older adults. That's just 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. And it can be broken into shorter sessions, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Don't overlook muscle strengthening exercises, at least twice a week, or balance-focused movement like yoga or Tai Chi. And remember, it's never too late to start. Even if you've been sedentary for years, just standing up more often and adding gentle activity can reduce cardiovascular risk dramatically. Check with your doctor before beginning any new routine, especially if you have existing heart conditions. But once you get the green light, move like your life depends on it. Because it just might. They say you are what you eat, but more importantly, your heart responds to every bite you take. As we age, our nutritional needs change. Yet, the influence of diet on cardiovascular health only grows stronger. According to the NIH, a heart-healthy diet can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 80%, especially when combined with other healthy habits. But what does heart healthy really mean? Let's start with dietary approaches to stop hypertension and the Mediterranean diet, both heavily endorsed by the CDC and the American Heart Association. They share core principles: high intake of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and nuts, healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, and omega-3 rich fish, low intake of sodium, added sugars, processed meats, and trans fats, moderate dairy and lean proteins, herbs and spices in place of salt. Imagine Eleanor, 75. She used to rely on frozen dinners high in sodium. After joining a local senior nutrition workshop, she began cooking simple meals, grilled salmon with steamed spinach, quinoa with roasted vegetables, and oatmeal topped with walnuts and berries. Her blood pressure dropped, she lost a bit of weight, and most of all, she says she feels light and clear. Many seniors worry that eating healthy means expensive groceries or complicated recipes. But the truth is, simple, affordable foods can protect your heart. Swap canned soup for homemade broth with herbs. Replace white bread with whole grain. Add a banana to your breakfast. Choose water over soda. And read labels. Sodium hides in surprising places. Meal prep can be a game changer. Keep pre-cut veggies, beans, and healthy snacks within easy reach. If cooking is a challenge, ask a caregiver or family member to assist with weekly prep. And don't forget, hydration matters too. Dehydration in older adults can worsen blood pressure control and affect medication absorption. Your kitchen is a powerful pharmacy, and with just a few changes, you can eat not only for enjoyment but for longevity. You can't manage what you don't measure, and when it comes to your heart, numbers matter. Blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood glucose form the cardiometabolic trio, and keeping all three in check is essential after age 60. Let's start with blood pressure. A healthy target for most seniors is below 130/80 mmHg, though this may vary depending on your condition. High blood pressure, often called the silent killer, can go unnoticed for years. That's why the CDC urges older adults to monitor it regularly, even at home. Devices today are easy to use. Simply sit quietly, feet on the ground, cuff at heart level, track readings in a log or app, and share them with your doctor. Now, cholesterol, LDL, bad cholesterol should ideally stay low, while HDL, good cholesterol, stays high. Too much LDL forms plaques in arteries, blocking blood flow. And unfortunately, you can't feel high cholesterol, only a blood test can tell you. Then there's diabetes, which affects over 25% of adults 65 and older in the U.S., according to the NIH. Uncontrolled blood sugar damages blood vessels, raises inflammation, and drastically increases cardiovascular risk. But here's the good news. All three can be controlled, often without extreme measures. Medication helps, but it's not just about taking pills, it's about taking them right. Skipping doses, doubling up, or mixing with certain foods can reduce effectiveness or cause harm. Seniors like Harold, 77, use pill organizers, reminder apps, and even smart dispensers to stay on track. His daughter helps update his medication list every doctor visit. Others manage with support. Caregivers double-check dosages. Pharmacies offer blister packs, and doctors adjust meds to minimize side effects like dizziness or fatigue. And then there's the power of consistency. Tracking your numbers, asking questions, updating your care team, it all adds up. Because when you control your numbers, you protect your heart. And when your heart is protected, your independence follows. Not all threats to the heart come from what we eat or how much we move. Some live quietly in the mind, unseen, but deeply felt. Chronic stress, poor sleep, anxiety, and loneliness can all raise the risk of cardiovascular disease, especially in older adults. When you're under constant stress, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals increase blood pressure, cause blood vessels to constrict, and lead to inflammation, all harmful to the heart. Sleep, too, is critical. The National Sleep Foundation recommends 7 to 8 hours per night for seniors. but many older adults struggle with insomnia, fragmented sleep, or conditions like sleep apnea, and the consequences are serious. Sleep deprivation raises the risk of high blood pressure, arrhythmias, and stroke. Mental health also plays a key role. Depression and anxiety aren't just emotional conditions, they have direct physical effects on heart function. According to the CDC, seniors with depression are more likely to develop heart disease, and those with heart disease are more likely to become depressed. But the good news is these challenges are manageable. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation, deep breathing, and even gentle yoga, have been shown to lower blood pressure and heart rate. Connection matters too. Social isolation is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, according to a meta-analysis by the NIH. Simply sharing meals, calling a friend, joining a club, or volunteering can dramatically improve both mental and cardiac health. Consider June, 81, who had been sleeping poorly after her husband passed. Her blood pressure was erratic, and she often felt lightheaded. A nurse suggested a sleep routine, dimming lights an hour before bed, listening to calming music, and avoiding news at night. Within weeks, her sleep improved and so did her mood and vitals. Your heart listens to your emotions, and taking care of your mental well-being isn't indulgent. It's protective. You wouldn't drive a car for decades without checking the engine. So why go years without checking your heart? Preventive care isn't just for emergencies. It's about staying ahead of problems before they become crises. For seniors over 60, certain medical checkups are not optional, they're life-saving. According to the CDC and NHS, older adults should have regular blood pressure screenings, lipid panels, cholesterol, blood glucose tests, electrocardiograms, EKG, if at risk, kidney function tests, weight and waist circumference checks, medication reviews. And don't forget vaccinations like the flu shot, pneumonia vaccine, and shingles vaccine, which reduce complications that stress the cardiovascular system. But here's the challenge. Many seniors skip appointments due to mobility issues, transportation, fear, or lack of information. And many don't ask questions during appointments even when they're confused. That's where caregivers and family members come in, accompanying an elderly parent to the doctor, writing down questions in advance, asking for simplified explanations, keeping a shared health journal. These simple actions can change outcomes. Like Tom S., 66, who didn't realize his blood pressure was fluctuating dangerously until his niece began attending appointments with him. She asked about home monitoring and medication timing, details he used to forget. His readings improved in 2 months. Team-based care is also key. Cardiologists, primary care doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and physical therapists, when they communicate, the results are better. Some clinics now offer integrated senior care programs, where one visit includes lab work, consultations, and care coordination. Don't wait for symptoms, because in heart health, silence is rarely a good sign. Make the appointment. Bring someone you trust. And remember, you're not in this alone. A healthy heart after 60 isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. It's about waking up with energy, climbing stairs without fear, laughing with friends, dancing at weddings, walking without pain, sleeping without worry. It's about freedom, and that freedom begins with choices. Not perfect ones, but consistent, caring ones. Choosing to eat mindfully, to move your body even when it's stiff, to ask for help when you need it, to forgive your past habits and start fresh. Because the heart is more than a pump. It's your rhythm, your resilience, your story, and the beautiful part is that story is still being written. No matter your age, no matter your history, you can protect your heart starting today. And in doing so, protect the life you love. So take that walk, make that appointment, share this video with someone you care about, and above all, stay connected to your heart.